Jets. Let's go one more time. They showed it here. There's a lot of moves. That's why I want to revisit this. It's
not just the helmet, it's the shoulder pads or the forearm to the head. That one could have been a knockout shot for Tianuma. And the problem is, Kevin, sometimes you get a receiver and he's trying to protect himself. What does he do at the last minute? He lowers his head. And it's tough for a player like Kiko Alonso to anticipate that a receiver is going to try and lower his head or his body to protect himself.
No word yet on Amendola. We're still waiting from the sideline of the Miami Dolphins. He took a hit. There's a new one who missed last season with neck surgery. Missed all of last year. Led the Jets in receiving in 2016. 58 catches and just under 900 yards. There's Amendola, and we'll try to get a follow with Steve on his situation. Two tight ends, 1st and 10. After the Jets timeout. Good move as they got him. He's got another receiver against Anderson. Alonso there. Close to a first down. Oh, is there a fumble on the play? They're digging it out. It is a fumble. Anderson coughs it up, and a second turnover by the Jets. Recovery, as you can see right there, by Quan McMillan, the linebacker.
And keep an eye on Kiko Alonso. Robbie Anderson never feels him coming from behind. He puts a big lick on Anderson. You see that ball come out of his right arm. Good alert play by McMillan. But it all starts with a big hit from Kiko Alonso. Couple turnovers already from this Miami defense, and that was a bit of an issue a season ago. It's been a point of emphasis, ball extraction. They've already got 2 takeaways here in the first half.
And Rich in their own territory, too.
Good offenses are able to capitalize on the negative plays and the field position. They come away with points on this drive. This is you look at Adam Gase, this is typically a point in the game and a part of the field where coordinators will take a shot after a sudden change of possession.
We're going to take a look. Scoring plays, change of possession, always reviewed. And Brad Allen will go and talk with New York and take a look at the monitor.
Well, question is, does he have possession before the ball is knocked out? And then
we'll find out if it was a turnover. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from AARP.
November 17th is National Take a Hike Day. Not like get out of here, take a hike, but like a real hike with deer and stuff. At AARP, we're all about hikes. Bikes, swims, and whatever this is, because we're here to help you become your healthiest self. It's why we offer health tips for your body and your brain. Yeah, your brain. Today is your day to make fitness happen, and AARP is here to help. Take on today and every day with AARP.
They do call it a turnover. Brad Allen has just clarified it. Gene's territories in our studios, NFL rules analysts. What do you think, Gene?
Looks to me like possession, 2 feet, and definitely a football move prior to that ball coming out. I think it's a really good call by the officials with the catch bubble. Looks like recovered by Miami.
Keywords there, football move. Gene, thank you. Former Super Bowl referee, Gene's territory. Then they come the other way with Grant. Ooh, that was a high hit and screen loaded. There was a flag. The game was called right there, the 44-minute line of Miami. After the fumble by Anderson, gives it to the Dolphins.
You see Grant.
Grasping the face mask. Defense,
Face mask.
15-yard penalty. Automatic.
He's trying to get down. Any part of his body, and unfortunately, he just reaches out with that left hand and grabs a hold of Jakeem Grant's face mask. Jakeem Grant has rare and unusual speed. We saw those 40 times a few moments ago. He's sub 4.4, and It's a guy that's gotten better as a route runner. You talk to this coaching staff, you talk to Tannehill, they really like how Jakeem Grant has become a more effective and more consistent route runner. That's why you're going to probably see more of him this year on offense.
Danny Amendola is in the game for Miami. Just came off the bench in on this possession. Got this on the fumble by Anderson after the reception. So 2 Jet turnovers. 6-yard touchdown run by Drake after the interception thrown by quarterback Sam Darnold. And here they are, 1st and 10 with the penalty in tow to the 29-yard line. 4 in the secondary. Tannehill, good strike on the cross. And look at the run here by Albert Wilson, and that is a touchdown. What a move! 5 for 29.
Well, you're just going to look at Wilson. He's right here. And all he's going to do is just run a little short crossing route. But here's where you get a sense for the speed. I think it's important not to underestimate Albert Wilson's speed, but in the case of Buster Street, not to overestimate your own speed. That's where I think the Dolphins are going to be better this year. The speed that they have on offense.
Sanders with the extra point. Wilson played 4 years with the Chiefs, was free. They signed the 5'9" receiver out of Georgia State with a terrific move in the offseason, and he has put his fingerprints on this offense. 14-0 Miami. Back in 30 seconds after this from FanDuel.
Sammy Wayne. I'm Sean Norway. As multi-sport megastars, we win a lot on the field. We want to help you win off the field. Why we're teaming up with FanDuel. This season, FanDuel is hosting a free pickup contest with 10K up for grabs. Ma'am, there's more ways to win on FanDuel. Play great on your pickup for a free shot at $10,000 every week.
29-yard touchdown pass, a catch and run at 29 for Albert Wilson from Tannehill, and 2 turnovers by the Jets, and 14 points off those turnovers by Miami.
And that's how they're going to have to win, right? Takeaways on defense, big plays in the kicking game. We saw that last week with this Miami team. Their ability to run the football and capitalize on those takeaways from their defense.
Roberts will leave it in the end zone. Look at Albert Wilson, who's from Port St. Lucie, Florida, high school quarterback, and he was terrific. Now Darnold is in a hole, Rich, down 14-0. He's thrown a pick. We're late in the first half.
This is a key possession for the Jets and for Sam Darnold. They can't afford to fall behind big in games because then they become one-dimensional. They need to have that balance. They need to be able to run the football successfully against this Miami defense. If it turns into a passing game, that doesn't serve the Jets well. Dolphins have 2 really good edge rushers in Cameron Wake and Robert Quinn. That could make things very difficult on Darnold.
Almost into the 1st and 10. Darnold, time, and incomplete. Looking for Terrell Pryor. Good coverage across the way by the Dolphins secondary, and we know that is a strength. And over there was McKean.
Well, just watch. They're going to double team both of these defensive ends. And that's important. You see the back, the tight ends,
right?
2 doubles. So what they do is they max protect and they give their quarterback a chance to set his feet and push the ball down the field outside the numbers. It's the kind of attention that you give the Dolphins because of their edge rushers.
2nd down and 10, fake the power. Outside they go real. A lot of room out there for Coach. Reading it well was their Alabama rookie, Minka Fitzpatrick. There is no game to play, and they stay at the 25.
Well, Fitzpatrick is an excellent tackler. That was something that was very obvious when he came out in the draft. But even last week against the Titans, he made a number of big stops. Doesn't miss many tackles. So athletic, so versatile. He played corner at Alabama. He played the nickel slot. He played safety. He can play at all 3 levels of that defense for the Dolphins.
The tight end Sterling is out of the game, head injury, 3rd and 11, one tight end here. There's Fitzpatrick. Darrell moving up, all from behind, they jump and they nail him. Coming through was Quinn. Second sack. He's doused. He's taken down back at the 18-yard line. Robert Quinn, the 2-time Pro Bowler, who had the best game on the line last week, coming up with big plays today.
Well, he's going to start inside, and this guy's the real deal. I mean, he is a talented player. He's a great addition in free agency. Got to respect him. You look at Cameron Wake and Robert Quinn. Between them, they have over 150 career sacks.
Edwards to punt, and Jakeem Grant is back. The 23, hang a 4-6. He gets the block, and he's on the move. It's a nice tackling there on the play by Middleton. Special teams, 15-yard return, 59-yard punt. Tannehill from his own 38 with a 2-touchdown lead will take it. Saturday, the best game for the best conference, the SEC on CBS. Features Texas A&M taking on the number 1 team in the country, Alabama. Looking to keep their playing all moves from the off. Today kicks off with college football today. Bringing you all of the latest news and highlights beginning at 3 Eastern. I'm here on CBS. Kevin Harlan, along with Rich Gannon, Steve Tasker on our sideline.
Ryan Tannehill and A&M alumni. It's funny to think of Tannehill played some receiver in college at A&M before making the switch to quarterback for Mike Sherman. Jake, an Alabama guy.
112 passes there, 1st and 10. After that, Wilson. Russell in the arms by Jermaine Johnson. The game at 3 up to the 41-yard line.
I've been impressed with what I've seen from Tannehill so far, Kevin. Just visiting with Adam Gase last night, he said there's a different feel with Tannehill back under center. I think there's a great comfort for Adam Gase, the play caller, certainly for this team, because they know what to expect and how he operates in critical situations.
Nickel secondary, here comes Wilson, 2nd and 7. Chased and then shoved out of bounds on the far side by Larry Williams. He played some inside backer last week. Defensively against Detroit. There's a gain of 5. He's out of the 46. We're at the 2-minute warning with 1:57 to go. Touchdown run by Drake is 6. Touchdown reception, catch and run by Wilson.
With one of the industry's largest catastrophe response teams, State Farm will always be among the first to arrive and the last to leave. To help show that human nature is greater than nature, State Farm, here to help recovery go right.
The same sport hybrid technology that drives your active MSX. Now available in 5-passenger RLX. And the 7-passenger MDX. Sport hybrid super handling all-wheel drive. Super runs the family.
Clean up your family's trash talk with the Glad Advanced Protection Kitchen Bag. It's Glad's strongest, toughest, most leak-resistant bag. Be happy. It's Glad.
Hey, did you ever hear from Michelob Ultra? I got it. So I'm trading for this big role. It's a Michelob Ultra commercial. I'm the spokesman. I'm Captain Michelob. I like beer! So sorry. Cheers and relax. You gotta be fit, you gotta love Michelob Ultra. It's not like anyone else could do this. Name? Pardon?
What is your name?
Chris Pratt?
Over there, bud. Thanks.
Home wings of the week, delivered by Pizza Hut. Defensive end Khalil Mack helped Chicago build a 20-point lead in Green Bay. But in the second half, quarterback Aaron Rodgers returned from an injury to throw for 3 scores, including catches by Geronimo Allison and Devontae Adams, leading the Packers to victory. And these players aren't the only ones who bring home the wins. Pizza Hut delivers right to your home turf every week. Official pizza sponsor of the NFL. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE-FARM. And by AARP. Take on today with AARP. real possibilities.
Well, the Jets fans are awful excited coming into this one, their home opener, and they've been disappointed so far with an interception off Darnold and a turnover and trailing 14-0.
I think it's important not to overreact. I mean, Sam Darnold just starting the second game. There are going to be peaks and valleys. There's going to be adversity in the way. The bottom line is they've got to find a way to jumpstart the offense. They've been immediate here the first half.
Turnover, third down and 2. Here comes Flanagan. And there goes the reception, and it's made by Kenny Stills. Number 1 receiver, a couple touchdown receptions last week against Tennessee. Hit the football right there on the first down.
This is what I wanted to see from Tannehill last week and again this week. You see the movement and mobility. There's so much made of that knee injury. You see the brace on the left knee, but I think he's moved really well in the pocket. Remember now, before that injury, here's a guy that started 77 consecutive games for the Dolphins and threw for more than 4,000 yards at back-to-back seasons.
First and 10 throw right here, right on the money, and caught by Stills. Ushered out of bounds by the covering Claiborne. Gain of 13. It is another first down for Miami, and again, 3 timeouts. The Verizon halftime report being put together for you. JB Phil, Nate Boomerang, Coach Cowher. Scores, highlights, and news on this week 2 in the NFL. All next in the Verizon halftime report. What's it like with a quarterback playing with a bulky brace like that, Rich, on your knee?
Well, it's uncomfortable, especially, Kevin, the first season that you wear it. That's a different brace than he's had in the past, and I would say that's a big one. Some of them are a little bit more streamlined, but that is a very protective brace that we see on the left knee. And it's the plant-like of Ryan Tannehill. And it makes it, what happens is over the course of the game, sometimes it can cut off some circulation if you're having to move a little bit. See the stock that's ripped there? Yes. That came on the sack earlier in the first quarter, but I can remember taking that brace off after games and my left knee being swollen. You have an ACL surgery and you break up a lot of scar tissue, and it can be very painful.
Drake just got one for 4. Williamson ushers him out of bounds. 2nd and 6, effectively stopping the clock at 1:16. 2nd and 6. Tannehill has been very active today. It comes out of my mouth. Grant, low. Incomplete throw by Ryan Tannehill.
Well, the good news for Tannehill is I think the Dolphins have more depth and talent at the wide receiver position this year. I know that Tannehill and Adam Gase are excited about this group. They added Amendola and Wilson. I mentioned I don't want to say the emergence of Jakeem Grant, but he's really developed into a very, very consistent route runner. They feel good about that. Of course, Kenny Stills is a home run threat, and when they get Devontae Parker back, I think this is a group that has a chance to be very special.
Time to touch the back. Sterling trips to Tannehill. 3 seconds, down he goes. Flag thrown. Williamson with the hit. Williams is right there. And a flag. Ball right now at the 38. It will be a loss on the 4th stop of 5 yards. Let's see what this flag is all about. We're clock at 1:06 here in the second quarter. 2 Jet turnovers, 14 Miami points, the results.
Please reset the game clock to 1:07. Was holding defense number 20. That's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
There's no number 20, at least on defense. Crowell was not out there.
And you see the frustration from Todd Bowles, who's handed over the play calling duties to his defensive coordinator, Casey Rogers.
Man, the 5 interceptions last week against the Lions.
And you see the hold right here. Got the shirt of Amendola. As Claiborne doesn't let go soon enough.
Again, Miami 3 timeouts. Threatening again. First down and 10, 7th play right here. Drake in the backfield. Kenyon Drake. Will wheel his way to the 19. Hit on the play by Claiborne and others. Also Middleton. And a nice weaving on a 9. He got down to the 19-yard line. Verizon halftime next. JB and Company, the Verizon halftime report from our CBS studios in New York. Clock is ticking. Now stopped at 46 seconds. With a look at Darnold. Timeout taken by Miami. 2 timeouts apiece remaining with a look at Adam Gase and the relationship. You touched on this before. The relationship with Gase and Tannehill is pretty strong.
Well, look, I think there's a trust factor there that's important. I just think that the leadership and the toughness and the productivity that Tannehill brings to the mix is important. And I just think that it's helped everybody, just getting the healthy Ryan Tannehill back. And you look at situational football, Kevin, you're up 14-0. You're on the road. You've got 48 seconds left. You just got to be smart in this situation. Can't take a sack. Obviously, turnovers, penalties in this part of the field. Throwing the ball away, not a bad play on 2nd and 1. You're in field goal range. You just got to be smart here. You're playing with house money.
2nd down, 119-yard line. Tannehill, 11 of 14 to the end zone. Touchdown. The tight end, A.J. Derby. 19-yard throw. And the second touchdown pass today for Miami quarterback Ryan Tannehill.
Well, this starts with great pass protection. Tannehill has a ton of time. And now watch A.J. Derby. He's just going to work down the field. And he's smart enough to know that he's got to be able to cross the face of the near safety. Now, once he does that, he begins to flatten and come back at a friendly angle to the quarterback. A.J. Derby, a former quarterback in college at Iowa, before transferring to Arkansas. Yeah, you talked last week, Kevin. I worked out with A.J. Derby. He was one of the guys that I worked out in the summertime. He was a quarterback when I got him, and he became just like Max Williams. He became a tight end.
What does it say about your teaching?
I can tell you that. What it tells you is I can take a really good quarterback and make him a really good tight end if you give me a couple days.
His dad, John Derby, played linebacker for the Detroit Lions in the early 90s for a year. Trying to see if he actually caught the ball. He was a terrific high school basketball player in Iowa City High School, in Iowa City, Iowa. And like I said, a former quarterback, too. Yeah, it was a good adjustment. You're right. Tannehill right there. Here's the extra point. Away and through. Oh, Sanders did not get it. Excuse me. Sanders missing the 318. 3 of 3 last week. Missing right there. So it stays 20-0 Miami. 2 touchdown passes by Ryan Tannehill and a 6-yard touchdown run by Drake. 2 turnovers by the Jets, fueling.
I'm not a kicker, but I did it in high school. Watch his left foot, his plant foot. Look how close his plant foot is to the football, and actually in front of the football. And I think what happens, he gets jammed. He's too tight. He pushes that one to the right. Nonetheless, a good drive before the half from that Miami offense. Protection was absolutely outstanding. Tannehill had tons of time to sit back there in the pocket, work through his progressions, and work all the way back across the field to find his tight end, A.J. Derby.
Sanders had just missed that extra point. He'll be booting it here. They'll leave it in the end zone. So what can the Jets do right here, Rich? They've got 42 seconds left. They've got 2 timeouts.
I think they'll be smart here with their quarterback. Kevin will run the ball and go into halftime and trying to make some adjustments. And I think the adjustments that you have to make are that maybe you have to be a little bit more aggressive on first down, but you can't abandon the game plan. They need to be able to come out and continue to lead on the running game, the play-action game. But, look, they're going to have some success early in the third quarter because they can't afford to fall behind by another score.
The Jets have not run a play in Dolphin territory. Their deepest advancement is with their own 49. Powell in the backfield, 1st and 10, 2 timeouts. Darnold runs one, caught by Pryor. Look at him go into the secondary. Caught down by Jones. A terrific catch and one. They'll get this catch and it's down. It's good for 44 yards, and they take it to the 31 of Miami with 29 seconds to go.
Well, you just watch the season part of this one. You're going to see there's the receiver, but watch the reaction from the underneath coverage. I mean, this just opens up. This is a huge, huge hole for the quarterback in the middle of the field, and a good throw by Sam Darnold to Terrell Pryor. Now all of a sudden you find yourself an opportunity to come away with some points before the half.
Fitzpatrick walked off, by the way, under his own power, so he is off the field right now. Another second on the clock, 30 seconds, and a timeout remaining for the Jets.
What I like about the conversation that we had with Jeremy Bates, the offensive coordinator, on Friday, he said, we're going to be aggressive even with our rookie quarterback. We're not going to play or coach with a conservative mentality. That's a good example of it right there, down 20 before the half with less than 40 seconds to go.
Pryor looked good on that catch and run, especially coming off ankle surgery back in June, 1st and 10. How is it? Moves right. It was looking for Robbie Anderson. Yep, and he was covered heavily on the play by Bobby McCain.
This is not a good decision by Darnold. He just throws this one up. It's a good adjustment by Robbie Anderson, knocking the ball away from Bobby McCain, who may have had an interception.
They only threw at Anderson one time last week, and it was effective, a 41-yard touchdown reception against Detroit.
Well, he can take the top off the defense. I mean, he's got that the seventh gear when that ball's in the air.
Darnold second down and 10. He got it from Carpenter. The Shadows got his receiver, 15-yard line. Grabbed on the play by the tight end, Chris Herndon, a rookie out of Miami, a 17-yard pickup. They get down to the 14-yard line.
Talk about the scramble drill. This is a really good adjustment at the top of your screen off of the scramble. Just watch right here. He's going to start working up the field, and then he's going to put his foot in the ground and come back. When he sees Darnold get outside the pocket, good adjustment on the fly by Chris Herndon.
Another good throw by Darnold. He was at Pryor for a 44-yard catch and run, 17 yards right there to Herndon. Timeouts, none left for the Jets. They used their last 16 seconds with a 1st and 10 from the Dolphin 14. They look at Lyle. A little too strong. And he was wide open, incomplete, out of bounds.
But he's throwing away, Kim. He already made his mind to throw the football away. It just turns out somehow.
That sucks.
Plus coverage. The new ball is wide open in the back of the end zone, but at that point,
Something your Jets fans.
his mind to throw that away. Look, if you get full, that's the right decision. With no timeouts, inside of 15 seconds.
Fitzpatrick is back in the secondary for Miami, 2nd down and 10.
That's a blitz. Good adjustment.
Got him. And the line. Hold on to the ball. He gets back up.
That's it.
The half.
Yep. Zeros on the clock. And Miami holds. And the Jets could not cash in.
All right, guys, hold up. Hold up.
Great hit. And that's really what does it. I mean, it's a good alert play by the quarterback, but a terrific hit by the Pro Bowl safety, Rashad Jones, who had 2 picks last week against the Titans.
Hold on real quick.
On Chris Herndon and knocks the ball out.
And I don't even know it was a catch. You're right, Jones delivered it right there. We're at halftime. 2 touchdown passes by Tannehill. A 6-yard touchdown run by Drake. 2 turnovers by the Jets. The question coming into today is Sam Darnold for real? He looked pretty good on that drive, though, Rich.
Made some big throws, Kevin. They're going to have to crank things up to a respectable level here in the second half, and it'll start with more throws from Darnold down.
First half highlights from Verizon and the word to the local CBS station.
In 1989, the CDMA system was being tested for the first time. Other wireless carriers can.
Guys, I think I'm going to change the.
We saw it as the birth of reliability, the backbone for a company.
Yeah, no, you can't see it because I covered the screen.
Transforming reliability, first 5G ultra-wideband network, enabling the lowest.
I think I'm going to change the game to the Bucks and Eagles. Because this game's getting boring. And it's halftime. And the Bucks and Eagles, it's a close game.
Scott, I approve this message. Let's go back in time to 1990.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
But he was saying the same thing. I will fight to stop the poisoning of lakes and streams across this state. Lake Okeechobee is dying because of the massive dumping of pollutants. But Bill Nelson failed. He couldn't get anything done for Lake and Washington. Cleaning up our environment. Bill Nelson, he's all talk,
no
action. Year after year after year after year.
Discover the versatility of the Lexus LX. The RXL, now with 3 rows of seating, the dynamic style of the NX, and the rugged yet refined GX. So you can be in your element, in any element, with the luxury and capability of Lexus SUVs, perfect for any adventure.
Lease the 2019 NX300 for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
What makes dual track weather different? It's not about being first. It's about putting your safety first. We can see rain even before it starts to fall. So precise, we can see when the first raindrop hits your street. That gives you the most reliable and accurate weather forecast. Severe weather coverage is about your safety. Weather may be uncontrollable, but you can control how you prepare. Dual track weather on CBS 12 News, the one to turn to.
Watch Liz.
Yeah, I'm going to change it for the Dolphins.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon halftime
All right,
report.
well, all over. Yeah. Okay.
And welcome back to New York City.